If you're serious about mobile gaming, choosing the right phone can completely change your experience. Faster performance, lower temperatures, and smoother gameplay all make a difference. Here are the 5 best gaming phones available in 2026. Let's get started. POCO F8 Ultra. Offering flagship-level performance, premium features, and pricing that is still more affordable than many high-end competitors, the F8 Ultra is one of the most aggressive flagship killers available right now. Compared to earlier POCO models, this one has a more sophisticated look. A denim blue model with a fabric-inspired texture and a sleeker black model with a glass fiber finish are both available to buyers. The phone has a more quality feel, thanks to its aluminum body and IP68 certification. On the front, you'll find a 6.9-inch 1.5K Hyper RGB AMOLED screen that supports 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10+, Dolby Vision, and a maximum brightness of 3,500 nits. This flagship screen meets practically every need, whether you're playing games, watching videos, or using it for regular tasks. With LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.1 storage, the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 from Qualcomm powers the device. POCO's Ice Loop 3D cooling technology aids in maintaining consistent performance even under heavy workloads, while the Vision Boost D8 processor improves graphics and interpolates frames in games that support it. Among the other notable features are a big 6,500 mAh silicon carbon battery, 100 watts wired charging, 50 watts wireless charging, 22.5 watts reverse charging, and a 2.1 speaker system tuned by Bose with an inbuilt subwoofer. Costs about $730 to $840, depending on the storage option. But if gaming performance is your main priority and you'd prefer something even more focused on that experience, the next phone takes things a step further. RedMagic 11 Air. This phone aspires to provide premium gaming capability in a thinner and more comfortable form factor, in contrast to many gaming phones that are typically hefty and cumbersome. The RedMagic 11 Air is far more convenient to use on a daily basis than many gaming-focused competitors, because to its slim profile, 7.85mm thick, and lightweight, around 207 grams. With an aluminum frame, Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection, and IP54 certification, RedMagic adds sturdiness without sacrificing its futuristic identity. The rear panel is semi-transparent. A 6.85-inch BOE AMOLED screen, boasting 1.5K resolution and 144 Hz, can be seen front and center. An under-display selfie camera and narrow bezels combine to provide a seamless viewing experience, which is particularly satisfying when playing games. Equipped with LPDDR5X RAM, the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset from Qualcomm provides power. A 24,000 revolutions per minute cooling fan, typically seen in more costly gaming machines, is one of the more intriguing improvements. The 520 Hz shoulder triggers, skip charging, and game space shortcut are further perks for gamers. The 80-watt rapid charging capability and the huge 7,000 mAh silicon carbon battery should make the battery life an additional strong point. Available from $500 to $600, depending on the configuration, it is one of the more aggressively priced options available today that focuses on performance. Of course, not everyone is shopping for a gaming phone. If you're looking for one of the most complete flagship experiences available, the next device is impossible to ignore. iPhone 17 Pro Max. The mix of high-quality components, robust performance, and many significant updates from earlier models ensures that this remains one of the year's most talked-about flagship smartphones. The revamped organizational structure at Apple is one of the most noticeable improvements. In order to better manage heat during strenuous operations, the company shifted from using titanium to an aluminum-based construction and combined it with a vapor chamber cooling system. An adaptive refresh rate that may go from 1 Hz to 120 Hz is available on the phone's 6.9-inch LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED screen. A new anti-reflective coating aids in improving outdoor visibility, and the peak brightness can reach up to 3,000 nits. When it comes to performance, Apple's A19 Pro CPU, which is developed on an innovative 3nm technology, is in charge. The chip's next-generation neural engine, in addition to its improved graphics capabilities, is built to handle Apple's newest AI-powered features. The hardware of the cameras also gets a major update. With the addition of a telephoto lens that provides up to 8 times optical quality zoom, the back arrangement now boasts 3 48-megapixel sensors, one each for primary, ultra-wide, and telephoto functions. Apple claims more than 32 hours of intense use for the battery life, which is another key advantage. Priced between $1,199 and $1,999 across storage options. But if you're after maximum gaming performance, rather than an all-around flagship experience, the next phone shifts the focus entirely toward power and endurance. RedMagic 11 Pro. Practically single component of this smartphone is designed with gamers in mind. A transparent back panel displays components of the cooling system beneath, and the device shows RedMagic's distinctive boxy form with an aircraft-grade aluminum frame. The flat back design is another nice touch that many gamers will love because it makes long periods of horizontal gaming much more bearable. A 6.85-inch BOE X10 AMOLED panel powers the screen, with a 144 Hz refresh rate, 2688 by 1216 pixel resolution, and an astounding touch sampling rate of up to 3000 Hz. An under-display front camera, narrow bezels, and an all-in-one design make for an immersive gaming experience. The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 from Qualcomm and the Red-Core R4 gaming chip are the brains of the operation. To keep performance stable, even during intense sessions, the phone has the Aqua-Core cooling system, in addition to a real cooling fan that can spin up to 24,000 revolutions per minute. Furthermore, there is a 3.5mm headphone port, stereo speakers, bypass charging, 2 X-axis motors, and 520 Hz shoulder triggers for gaming. A huge 7,500 mAh battery provides power, and it supports 80-watt wireless charging and 80-watt cable charging. Starts at around $750 and goes up to $850. However, if you want flagship-level cameras, premium durability, and gaming-focused hardware all in one package, our #1 pick offers perhaps the most complete balance: Asus ROG Phone 9 Pro Edition. This phone seeks to merge top-tier gaming capabilities with a more comprehensive flagship experience, in contrast to many gaming phones that concentrate nearly only on performance. The design is still very ROG, but it's much classier than earlier iterations. Asus incorporates a nano-crystallized matte surface, Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection, and an aluminum frame to make its products more fingerprint resistant. Not often seen in gaming cell phones, the device also has an IP68 and an IP69K classification. Adaptive refresh rates of up to 165 Hz and, in specific titles, up to 185 Hz are supported by the 6.78-inch Samsung LTPO AMOLED screen. With a brightness level of about 2,500 nits, it becomes much easier to see in bright daylight. When combined with premium memory and storage, Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset delivers top-tier performance. The AeroActive Cooler X Pro, which is part of the package, provides more cooling, more controls, and an integrated subwoofer. Asus's GameCool 9 thermal technology is also included. You get all the gaming features you could want, including bypass charging, 2 USB-C ports, and air triggers. Meanwhile, the phone's camera system is top-notch, with 3 separate lenses, a 32-megapixel telephoto camera, an ultra-wide 13-megapixel camera, and a 50-megapixel Sony LYT T800 primary sensor with gimbal stabilization. Starts at around $1,200 and $1,500, Pro Edition, which comes with extra accessories.